Welcome to my new workshop. I look outside the workshop, refitting the lighting and making the workbench bases. What you're looking at the moment is the old workshop, or what's left of it. The Smart and Brown lathe is gone. All that's left is the drilling machine, the milling machine and the old Boxford lathe. I've left my Draper bandsaw in the middle of the floor because I'm doing some work that needs it. And also I have a very old Burgess bandsaw which is on the bench. You'll see it in a moment. Yes, here it comes. And that's also still in the workshop, but I've bought another one, so I have two of them now. The other bandsaw is already inside this building. This is my new workshop. It still needs a bit of attention externally and internally, but it's absolutely ideal in every way for what I want it to be. The outside of the workshop and the house itself is in a bit of a mess, but everything will be tidied up and cleaned up and repaired in the fullness of time. Here's a shot of the back of the house, and the air conditioning is currently being fitted to the house itself. One unit for the recording studio and one unit for the lounge to keep me cool in summer and warm in winter. The air conditioning installer, a company called Air Distribution Limited, got me a cheaper one for the workshop. This, as you can clearly see, is a Samsung air conditioning unit. This is the bit that goes outside on the wall, but the ones for the house are the Mitsubishi type. This is a blue wall, without the shelf brackets fitted, and now, as if by magic, the shelf brackets are appearing on the wall. And in no time at all, at 2-foot centres, they're all the way across. And are they level? Yes, they are indeed. Look at the spirit level bubble and that will tell you how level they are. I fitted a temporary shelf in place. It's just a piece of scrap wood, just to get things off the floor. Now it's time to do something that I do not like, which is assemble flat pack units. And they're quite heavy, surprisingly heavy. I rarely have shots of myself in my videos, and this is even rarer. It's a shot from the rear. The thing on my head apart from the bald patch is my headset magnifier. It is not a fashion statement. And nor is the ponytail, it's just the way it is. It keeps my hair tidy. I grew my hair long in the first place many years ago because it was always untidy, and the weight of the long hair just held it in place. These kitchen bases were very cheap. They're from B&Q, and they really are incredibly cheap for what you get. There is a design fault. I had to put a piece of packing wood between the two horizontal pieces of wood that are at 90 degrees in the centre of the units. This clip shows two of the base units in place, and what's going to happen is a large worktop is going to span these, and it will run almost the full length of one of the walls, but not quite. More about that later. This shed hadn't been used very much, and it was really a home for spiders, so I bought one of these to see if it worked. Apparently by using electromagnetism and ultrasonic sound, it really upsets spiders and other creepy crawlies and even small animals, like mice. At first I was sceptical, and I was a bit worried that I may be able to hear it, but I can't, thankfully, and the spiders have all gone. They've all run for the hills. I found a couple of them wandering about looking very confused, so I put them outside. This is the outer part of the workshop, but the bench wasn't suitable, because the jobs that I'll be doing in the outer part of the workshop generate a lot of dust, and this would have fallen through onto whatever was below the bench, so I just lined it with a piece of this wood. It's not suitable for a worktop at all, but in this part of the workshop all this piece of wood will do will become a base for the grinder, the polishers, and both of my belt sanders, and I think I'll also put my second bandsaw in here. I assembled the third flat pack into another kitchen base, and as you can see, this forms a bench over the other side of the workshop, and I'm going to cut the worktop so that the piece that comes off it fits at the other side, so it fits right into the corner near where the lathe is going to be. And I fitted another wooden support on the side of the kitchen unit to support the other end of the short piece, and a standard 3-metre worktop spans both of the kitchen units. I didn't want this bench to go all the way along because I have a metal cutting bandsaw which will sit on the floor between the end of the kitchen unit and the door. Originally I mounted the LED lighting low down, and I thought it was going to be a good idea, but it's actually better mounted a bit higher. And I continued it all the way down the shelf at the side. These LED fittings are nice and bright, so I should get a good result when I start to make videos in this workshop. The next exciting episode will follow shortly. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website. click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you will find it very easy to find other videos that you may like to watch.